Hare Krishna. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We're reading from Caitanya Caritamrita Adi-Lila, chapter 5, text 112. Sakala Jivera Tinho, Haye Antaryami, Jagat Palaka Tinho, Jagatera Swami. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He is the super soul of all living entities. He maintains this material world and he is its Lord. The Lagu Bhagavatamrita Purva 2, 36 to 42 gives the following description of the Vishnu Lok within this universe, quoted from the Vishnu Dharmotara. Okay, so Lagu Bhagavatamrita is written by Srila Rupa Goswami, and he is quoting Vishnu Dharmotara. In this Lagu Bhagavatamrita, he's speaking about Vishnu Dharmotara, which says, above Rudralok, the planet of Lord Shiva, is the planet called Vishnu Lok, 400,000 miles in circumference, which is inaccessible to any mortal living being. Above that Vishnu Lok and east of the Sumeru hill, is a golden island called Mahavishnu Lok in the ocean of salt water. So this is inside this universe. This is within the universe, because Shirodakshai Vishnu, the super soul, the Paramatma, who is there in everyone's heart, he is inside here in this material universe. Then we may say, oh, but if he is in the material universe, so he has a material body. No, as we have been trying to say, that if the president, he comes to visit the prison, he is not bound by the laws of prison. He does not have to wear prisoner clothes. He comes to see if there is someone who needs to get out of there. He's just coming out of his will. And he can similarly go out by his own will. Nobody's forcing him. So this is here, giving the situation of the Vishnu Lok inside this universe. Lord Brahma and other demigods sometimes go there to meet Lord Vishnu. So we think we are going to take a spaceship and go there. We can't. It's not accessible to us. It's not accessible. Sometimes Lord Brahma and the very exalted demigods go there and they pray to him, and they can't even see him many times. They can, sometimes it's only Brahmaji who can hear him speak. Yeah. So Lord Vishnu lies there with the goddess of fortune, and it is said that during the 4 months of the rainy season, he enjoys sleeping on that Sheshnag bed. East of Sumeru is the ocean of milk, in which there is a white city on a white island where the Lord can be sitting, can be seen sitting with his consort Lakshmiji on a throne of Shesha. That feature of Vishnu also enjoys sleeping during the 4 months of the rainy season. So the 4 months Chaturmasya, rainy season, that's when Lord Vishnu, he goes to sleep. And so that's the reason in those 4 months, there's no, no rituals are performed, because the Lord is sleeping, so no yagyas are performed because he's sleeping. And he is the beneficiary of all the sacrifices, all the yagyas. But the Sankirtan yagya, the chanting of the holy name, that goes on 24 hours. There is no restriction for that. No restriction. The Shvetadvip in the Milk Ocean is situated just south of the ocean of salt water. It is calculated that the area of Shvetadvip is 200,000 square miles. This transcendently beautiful island is decorated with desire trees to please Lord Vishnu and his consort. There are references to Shvetadvip in the Brahmanda Purana, Vishnu Puran, Mahabharata, and Padma Puran. So where are we getting all this information from? All these Puranas are speaking about it. The Vishnu Dharmotara is speaking, Brahmanda Puran, Vishnu Puran, Mahabharat, and Padma Puran. And there's also a reference in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 15, Text 18. Shweta Dvipa Patau Chittam Shuddhe Dharma Mae Mai Dharayan Shwetatam Yati Sad Urmi Rahito Naraha. My dear Uddhav, you may know that my transcendental form of Vishnu in Shvetadvip is identical with me in divinity. Anyone who places this Lord of Shvetadvip within his heart can surpass the pangs of the 6 material tribulations: hunger, thirst, birth, death, lamentation, and illusion. Thus, one can attain his original transcendental form. So Krishna is speaking to Uddhav in this 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. It's called Uddhav Gita, where Krishna is saying that my transcendental form of Vishnu in Shvetadvip. Shvetadvip is where Lord Vishnu is staying, the Shirodakshai Vishnu, is identical with Lord Krishna. He's an expansion of Lord Krishna. And so he's saying that anyone, so he's the Paramatma, no? Shirodakshai Vishnu is the Paramatma in the heart. And so Krishna is saying anyone who fixes his mind on this Paramatma feature of mind can get self-realization, can attain his original transcendental form. Means our original eternal form, not this material, but our spiritual form. Is that okay? Yes, then we'll continue reading. Yuga manvantare dhari nana avatar dharma samsthapana kare adharma samhar. In the ages and millenniums of Manu, he appears as different incarnations to establish the principles of real religion and vanquish the principles of irreligion. Lord Vishnu, who lies in the ocean of milk, incarnates himself in various forms to maintain the laws of the cosmos and annihilate the causes of the disturbance. So it's Lord Vishnu that who maintains the order of this universe. He's the one who's maintaining. That's the reason whenever the demigods are very disturbed by the universal affairs, they're not able to handle it. They go to Brahmaji. So Brahmaji tries to handle it. And if he's not able to, then he says, okay, let's go to the ocean of milk. Let's go to Lord Vishnu. So this is the Lord Vishnu that they go to, who's there in Shvetadvip, who is the Paramatma. And so such incarnations are visible in every Manvantar, that is, in the course of the reign of each Manu. So one Manu lives for 4,320,000 years times 71. That is the life of one Manu. 14 such Manus take their birth and die to yield a place for the next during one day of Brahma. So in one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus. And in each Manu, in each reign of each Manu, the Krishna expands as he takes different incarnations. And that's why he's called, then that incarnation is called Manvantar, Manvantara Avatar. Reading on, Deva Gane Napaya Yanhar Darshana Shiro Dakatire Yai Karena Stavana. Unable to see him, the demigods go to the shore of the ocean of milk and offer prayers to him. The denizens of heaven, who live in the planetary systems beginning from Svarglobe, cannot even see Lord Vishnu in Shvetadvip. Unable to reach the island, they can simply approach the beach of the milk ocean to offer transcendental prayers to the Lord, appealing to him on special occasions to appear as an incarnation. So they can't even see him. They can't see him, even the demigods. And they just offer prayers to him. They go to the ocean of milk, they offer prayer to him. They tell him, please come as an incarnation. As we know, that's what they did, the demigods and Brahmaji, because Bhumi was being so tortured. She said, there's so many kings who are actually demons and they're really troubling me. So she went to Brahmaji. Brahmaji went to the ocean of milk. And over there, he prayed to Lord Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu told him, don't worry, I'm going to come. I'm going to come as myself. As myself. Krishna is going to come. Krishna came as himself 5,000 years ago then. So tabe avatari kare jagat palana ananta vaibhav tanrana hika ganana. He then descends to maintain the material world. His unlimited opulences cannot be counted. Say Vishnu Haya Yanra Amamsh Asham Shera Amsha. Say Prabhu Nityananda Sarva Avatamsha. That Lord Vishnu is but a part of a plenary portion of Lord Nityananda, who is the source of all incarnations. So this Lord Vishnu is lying on Shvetadvip, from whom all the incarnations are coming. He is a part of a plenary portion of Lord Nityananda. The Lord of Shvetadvip has immense potency for creation and destruction. Shri Nityananda Prabhu, being Baladev himself, the original form of Sankarshan, is the original form of the Lord of Shvetadvip. So we are trying to understand the position of Lord Nityananda. Say Vishnu Shesha Rupe Dharena Dharani Kancha Ache Mahi Shirehena Nahi Jani. That same Lord Vishnu, in the form of Lord Shesh, holds the planets upon his heads, although he does not know where they are, for he cannot feel their existence upon his heads. So the Shesha, Lord Ananta Shesha, his form is so huge that all the planets are on his head like like just mustard seeds. He doesn't even know what's on his head, you know? Like how we hold mustard seeds, we can't feel any weight of it. They're like tiny. So this Ananta Shesh is holding the planets on his head. It's like nothing for him. Imagine if we were to even hold one planet. We can't even hold one table for 5 minutes. How will we be able to hold a planet? Sahasra Vistirna Yanra Fanara Mandala Surya Jini Manigana Kare Jahala Mala. His thousands of extended hoods are adorned with dazzling jewels, surpassing the sun. So this is the excellent position. Like we think we are great, but here Ananta Shesh is holding all the planets on his head. You know, what can we hold on our head? What can we hold on our head? And for how long can we hold it? Yeah, Ananta Shesh is holding all the planets on his head. So we'll stop here. Any comments or questions? No, then we'll stop here for today. Thank you so much for listening in and joining in. Caitanya Caritamrita ki, Jai Shila Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki, Jai Hare Krishna.